Today I'm gonna be sharing my top 5 favorite vanilla body oils that I love to use to either make my fragrances more complex, last longer, project more. I'm also gonna be sharing a few of my favorite layer combos with actual perfumes, so let's get started. First up, we have Mayitha by Lattafa. This is gorgeous. This is a true gourmand lover's body oil. This is a caramel-focused type of vanilla and it's just super sweet. It's super smooth. It's very likable. It layers well with literally anything and everything that has vanilla and caramel in it. The packaging on this one is also divine. I mean, this will have you feeling like an actual Dubai queen. It is beautiful. It's also the only bottle that I have that has this actual metal dropper, which you can use that to, of course, dab on your pulse points, or you can do what I do sometimes where I just dump the bottle upside down so I can get more oil out that way. Just depends on what you're going for. But this is a gorgeous, smooth caramel gourmand body oil that has great longevity, which is not surprising because, I mean, we are talking about Lattafa here. Let's go over the notes for Mayitha. This is gonna open up with Anise. In the heart, you get caramel, and the base is vanilla, musk, and tonka bean. Now, when I initially smelled Mayitha, there was one perfume and its 5,000 other clones or dupes that I immediately thought, oh wow, this is pretty much that perfume, but in an oil form. I'm absolutely going to use this to layer with it. And I'm talking about Bianco Latte by Giordani Toscana. This also has that, classic vanilla caramel coumarin type of scent profile that is absolutely perfect with Mayitha. I mean, they honestly go together like PB&J. You can also use Eclair, Riffs Noir, Caramel, Tiramisu. There's so many, Bianco Latte clones or fragrances that are very similar to that vanilla caramel kind of vibe. And I think it really works well with pretty much all of them. Next on the list is Saltaire Water Vanilla. I think you can tell from the bottle that I'm a fan. I am definitely due for a new one of these, but I'm actually trying out a new scent that I'll talk about in another video. But I love this stuff. As the name implies, it is a salty vanilla. And this is a body oil where if it is, summertime or just a hot day, maybe you're going to a beach, and if you're like me and you love your vanillas and you will figure out a way to wear them year round without being too cloying, this is a body oil that I think is good for that kind of situation because while it's a vanilla, it has somewhat of more of like a salty, musky vibe than just a, vanilla. It's definitely not at all as sweet and gourmand as the Mayitha by Lattafa. So, notes for saltwater vanilla. This has vanilla, sea salt, and creamy sandalwood. And that is all we have listed. So one of my favorite perfumes to layer with saltwater vanilla is another vanilla fragrance that also has a very salty nature to it. It's also very musky, and it's also very, very beach appropriate in my opinion. I'm talking about Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. I love this fragrance. I feel like it can be polarizing at times, and I don't understand why. I love it. If you like a salty, musky vanilla layer combo, this with Saltaire's fragrance, I think goes together very, very well and is not at all going to be too cloying or too gourmand for those warmer days. Ugh, love the smell of this stuff. Next up, we have Madagascar Vanilla from Nest. So I love this fragrance. I've had it for months, but as you can see, it doesn't have a very big dent on it. And it's not because I don't love it. It's because I love it so much. And I feel like for the amount that is given, it's pretty pricey that I am very, very cautious and careful with when I use it. And I usually use it, honestly, in conjunction with my other oils, like as a finishing touch, because I'm just so afraid to go through this too quickly because I really, really love the scent. This to me is going to be more of like a floral vanilla. It has a really elegant vibe to it. It feels like rich, but beautiful and high quality. And that's why I'm not mad at the price point, but it is, a small amount of oil. So you got to use it sparingly if you're trying to go completely broke, because if I were to use this every day, it would be gone in like a week. This has like a light sweetness to it, but it doesn't feel too overly gourmand. I really feel like it's more of like a light floral or like bean kind of vanilla. Not at all like the original Mayitha, but also not at all salty like vanilla salt. I would say it's like the most elegant and maybe well-balanced kind of middle kind of out of all of them. So notes for Nest Madagascar Vanilla. This has Madagascar vanilla bean, vanilla orchid, and coconut. And the coconut you definitely can pick up slightly. It's not too overly punchy, but it does give a slight nuance to the fragrance. Not enough to make it like a really tropical oil, at least not to me, but it's definitely there and it sets it apart from the other oils on this list. Favorite perfume to pair with the Madagascar vanilla is a perfume that I also have to use sparingly because of how pricey it is in comparison to how much comes in the bottle. I'm talking about my favorite vanilla of all time, Vanilla Planifolia by Guerlain. This is an incredibly rich, luxurious, natural, not overly done smelling vanilla that is just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I use it very sparingly, but thankfully for me and my wallet, I did recently find what I consider to be the best dupe of Vanilla Planifolia that I have smelled thus far. I'm talking about Vanifolia by Hayat Attar. I spoke about this in a recent video. I'm really enjoying this fragrance. Of course, it's not exactly the same as the original, but it's very close. So this combined with the Madagascar vanilla, I feel like it kind of gives me that luxurious vanilla smell that I'm looking for when I want a really elegant expression of vanilla that is not at all overly cookie or gourmand. Next up, we've got Sensuals Amber Vanilla. So this is actually the newest vanilla to my collection, and I really like this stuff so far. So much, in fact, that I also picked up an actual roller bottle perfume oil little stick thingy that you can kind of carry around with you in your bag because I love the smell of this. This is a very ambery kind of resinous vanilla that I just love the smell of so much. And I feel like it's so different from all the vanillas that I've mentioned. One thing about all of these vanillas, guys, I really feel like they're all very different from each other, which was intentional. I want a vanilla for every occasion, but this is going to give you that perfect ambery vanilla. And the other reason why I wanted to pick up this specific product is because not only does it work as a body oil, but it also works as a hair oil. It has really great natural ingredients that honestly mimic a lot of the hair oils that I would typically already use on my hair, such as sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil, golden jojoba oil, fragrance oil, passion fruit oil, vitamin E. That's it. That is it. So this doubles as a hair oil and a body oil for me. I can't wait. I'm going to be taking out my braids soon and fluffing out my fro, and I am going to bathe my hair in this stuff. I cannot wait. This stuff smells incredible. So, notes for Amber Vanilla. So this is going to open up with bergamot, citrus, lavender, and creamy coconut. In the heart, you get rose, heliotrope, jasmine, patchouli, and tonka bean. And the base is amber, vanilla, musk, sandalwood, and benzoin. When I saw all those notes, I was honestly shocked. Like, wow, you got all of that in that oil. Okay, cool. But honestly, it smells amazing. It just smells like a ambery, sweet, but not too sweet kind of vanilla that is just very addictive to smell. But then again, to me, vanillas are like all addictive, so I could say that about all of them, but it's really nice. One of my favorite layer combos to do with ambery vanilla is actually a very polarizing scent that I think you either love or hate. YSL Baby Cat or Rifa Quat by Paris Corner, which is the best clone of Baby Cat that I've smelled thus far. I don't know why, but I feel like the ambery vanilla adds just the right kind of sweetness, but still like a darker ambery feel to what is already a dark vanilla. And I think it just pairs together beautifully. So big fan of this one. If you have Rifa Quat or YSL at home, definitely try those two out together. Last, but definitely not least on this list, this is my favorite oil out of all. I have been guzzling through bottles of this stuff, and I feel like for the amount that is given and the price point, I'm not too mad about it. I'm talking about Fleur's Vanilla Skin. If you're like, what is she talking about? She's barely even touched the bottle. No, ma'am, this is literally like my third bottle of this stuff. I love it. This is my go-to vanilla oil right out the shower. I love the smell of Vanilla Skin by Fleur, and I love the texture, not overly greasy quality to their body oil. The smell is incredible. I think that Vanilla Skin is just such a comforting, sexy, sensual type of scent that layers well with almost literally everything and anything. It's just perfect. And also, especially in comparison to the other oils that I showed you, I think that you get a bang for your buck in terms of the amount of oil that comes into it. I love the packaging. It's very sleek. It's just gorgeous. So notes for Vanilla Skin body oil. This one's gonna open up with pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals. In the heart, you get lily, jasmine petals, cashmere wood, and the base is benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agar wood. So I don't think it should be hard to guess what is one of my favorite fragrances to pair with Vanilla Skin. It's not just Vanilla Skin though, it's also Vanilla Skin and Vanille Blanc by Cuddlage. Vanilla Skin, I would say, is woodier and not as powdery sweet as Vanille Blanc. Vanille Blanc seems to be more of an inspiration of Vanilla Skin and the Ariana Grande Plush Vanilla fragrance. So they kind of have a little bit of different vibe, but definitely have similarities, at least to my nose. Both of them work so beautifully with Vanilla Skin if you just want a smooth, sweet, little bit woody, very, very sexy, just everyday vanilla scent that I find to be like the perfect vanilla bubble. Also, a little trick that I do with my body oils, guys, that really helps my scents to project is I put my body oils on my clothes. Now, I know that might sound crazy, but it depends on what I'm wearing. So for example, right now I'm wearing this black anime t-shirt. If I want to put oil on this shirt, I will have no issue because it's just going to blend in. You won't be able to see any oil stains. If I were wearing something that is like silky, then of course I'm not going to do it with that. But when you apply the oil to your clothes, your oil safe clothes, it just really helps to boost the overall scent profile with everything that you're wearing. And I absolutely love that. Ever since I discovered that trick from, I don't even remember who it was, but it was another big influencer that shared that online. And ever since I discovered it, I've been doing it all the time and it is a game changer. So I'd highly recommend trying that out if you are brave and you have clothes that you feel, they're like oil proof, then definitely add that to your little like Rolodex of tricks. I really think it would make a difference. Let me know in the comment section down below, what are some of your favorite body oils to use for layering your fragrances?